Meeting? I'll fill you guys in.
Okay.
You're talking to raise money for, no, something's freaked up again. Ukraine meeting?
Are we giving money for it?
No, that's a fundraiser.
Saturday?
Saturday,
Are we allowed to take part?
pretty much so. Go and bring your money.
You guys ready?
After the meeting,
Yeah, okay.
You give us when to go, John. All good? Okay, let's call the meeting to order. Okay, let's call the meeting to order. Time is 6:30. Let's call upon Jeff to say our opening prayer. If you could do that, Jeff, please.
Creator, I ask for your prayers and guidance this evening for everyone to respect each other and show understanding and kindness. Let us listen to others and respect their thoughts. I pray for my children and all the children and youth, and I want to especially pray for the youth who are suffering with their mental health. Let us pray for the people of the Ukraine who are displaced by war in their country. Give them strength and courage to continue. To our community who is currently dealing with COVID-19, and to help our leaders make the right decisions and to lead in a good way, as we are all making tough decisions with our community's best interest in mind. I ask this on behalf of all our ancestors, Sonogama, all my relations.
Thank you, Jeff. Okay. First thing we're going to do, we're going to have a motion to adopt the March 10th, 2022 council meeting agenda. May I have a
Motion to have the March 10th council meeting agenda accepted.
okay? May I have a seconder?
I second.
Okay, so Councillor Power and seconded by Councillor Jamie. And where is our man that's supposed to be writing all this down? Okay. Second thing, I'd like to have a motion to adopt the February 10th, 2022 council meeting minutes.
A motion.
Councillor Duffy, may I have a seconder?
I will second it.
Councillor Bauer. Third on our agenda is a motion to adopt the February 21st, 2022 special council meeting minutes.
Motion. Sorry, Jeff. I'll motion to accept the special council meeting.
And I'll second it.
And Jeff seconds it. Should be saying any further discussion and all in favor. So can we do everyone all in favor of the last three motions? Okay. Anyone opposed? No one opposed? Okay. That's just to make things politically correct here, guys. Okay. We're moving along too fast there. Okay. Next thing on our list is proclamations and delegations. So at this point, I'm going to read out a couple of proclamations that I have here to read out. Okay, the first one I have here is going to be for Purple Day for Epilepsy. Okay, whereas Purple Day is a global effort dedicated to promoting epilepsy awareness in countries around the world, and whereas Purple Day was founded by 9-year-old Cassidy Megan of Nova Scotia, who wanted to let people know that if you have epilepsy, you are not alone. And whereas epilepsy is one of the most common neurological conditions, estimated to affect over 10,000 people in Newfoundland and Labrador, over 300,000 people in Canada, and 50 million people worldwide. Whereas 1 in 10 persons will have at least one seizure during his or her lifetime. And whereas the public is often unable to recognize common seizure types or how to respond with appropriate first aid. And whereas Purple Day will be celebrated on March 26th annually to increase understanding, reduce stigma, and improve the quality of life for people with epilepsy, the country and globally. Therefore, be it resolved that I, Mike Comerford, Mayor of the town of Kippens, do hereby proclaim March 26th as Purple Day to raise awareness and understanding of epilepsy and to support all those who live with seizures each day. Dated this 10th day of March, 2022. Second one I have here is the Year of the Garden 2022 Proclamation. Okay. Whereas communities in bloom and Fleuron du Quebec, in collaboration with Canadian Garden Council, invite all municipalities to celebrate the Year of the Garden 2022. Whereas the Year of the Garden 2022 celebrates the centennial, of Canada's horticulture sector. Whereas gardens and gardening contribute to the quality of life of our municipality, our climate actions, goals, and create safe and healthy places where people can come together in the spirit of inclusivity and reconciliation. Whereas the Year of the Garden 2022 will highlight and celebrate the important contribution of gardeners, our local gardening organizations, horticultural professionals, and local horticultural businesses, which contribute to garden culture and experience of our municipality. Whereas gardens and gardening have helped us face the challenges of the COVID pandemic. Now, therefore, be it resolved that Kippens hereby proclaims 2022 as the Year of the Garden in celebration of the contribution of gardens and gardening to the development of our country, our municipality, and the lives of our citizens in terms of health, quality of life, and environmental challenges. And that the Saturday before Father's Day, National Garden Day, June 18th in 2022, be recognized as Garden Day in Kippens as a legacy of Canada's Year of the Garden 2022, and that the town of Kippens is committed to be a garden-friendly town, supporting the development of its garden culture, and is proud to have that all municipalities across Canada be invited to proclaim 2022 to be the Year of the Garden in their respective municipalities, and that a copy of this resolution be provided to the FCM for that purpose. Dated the 10th day of March, 2022. Thank you.
That was a long one. You can go ahead and read it out too, because we don't have another meeting before that.
Okay. You just want to hear me read.
I like hearing
You want my Irish voice reading. Where did we put that one to? You got there, or did you lay it over there, or did you pull it?
It was right there with
Autism.
Okay.
epilepsy one.
Yes.
Let's see.
Well, I don't have it here right
No, I wouldn't.
now. It was under this.
Oh, here it is.
There it is. Okay.
Sorry.
So we'll read.
I stole
We'll do this one, and we're okay. This proclamation is Autism Awareness Day for April the 12th. We'll read this as we won't be in a meeting before this date again. I'm going to need glasses by the time I'm done.
April 2nd.
There you go. Whereas autism spectrum disorder is a neurodevelopmental disorder that occurs in 1 in 57 Newfoundlanders and Labradorians, with Newfoundland, Labrador having one of the highest incidences of ASD in the country. Whereas Newfoundland has a diverse community of children, youth, and adults on the autism spectrum from all ethnic and social backgrounds, and whereas autism spectrum disorder affects a person's social relationships, communication, interests, and behaviors, and whereas early intervention for young children on the autism spectrum may help them develop communication, social, and other skills resulting in more meaningful participation in their communities. And whereas children, youth, and adults on the autism spectrum and their families can benefit from community supports and inclusive practices. And with this assistance, an increasing number of individuals on the autism spectrum are able to live and work independently. And whereas Autism Day will be celebrated on April 2nd annually to increase understanding, reduce stigma, and improve the quality of life of people with autism, the country and globally. Therefore, be it resolved that I, Mike Comerford, Mayor of the town of Kippens, do hereby proclaim and declare that April shall be known as Autism Awareness Month, and that April 2nd shall be known as World Autism Day, dated the 10th day of March 2022. Did we already do that one? Okay.
No, that's the other
I thought so.
one. That was the epilepsy same day.
Same thing.
Yeah, I'm sure we did that. Really? Move it right along here. Okay, no, actually, same date show.
Yeah.
Today, okay. So I'm not having a moment.
No,
Okay,
you're allowed to have one.
I'm allowed to have a moment, thank you. Okay, so that's good. Next thing, item on our agenda is our financial. Okay, we need a request for approval of invoices in the amount of, do I read that or are you gonna read that? 285,728.63. So we need that,
Is it a motion?
yep, we need to.
West.
No, it's not enough, but you get.
There you go.
Put it in the other amount.
I'll make a motion to approve the invoices in the amount of $285,728.63.
Okay, Councillor McIsaac, need a seconder for that
I
motion.
will second that.
Councillor Power. Any further discussion? All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Okay, motion carried. Next thing on our list is a motion to accept a bid for tender call from motion 29/22 website developer. May I have somebody make that motion? Councillor McIsaac,
I'll second it.
Councillor Jeff seconds it. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All in favor? Anyone opposed? No one opposed, motion carried. Okay. Next item on our list here this evening are permits. I guess, who has the permits? Okay, so we need a motion to,
Harold had the motion, doesn't Harold have the permits?
I don't know. Harold, do you have the permits?
No, I make a motion. I hereby
Okay.
resolve to issue a permit to place a sawmill at 5 Sunset Avenue. They're all in compliance.
Okay, can we have a seconder on that?
Second.
Councillor Duffy. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carried. Okay, Councillor Doucette, you have another one there to make a
Yes,
motion?
I hereby resolve to issue a permit to build an extension to a shed on Leah Heights, and they are in compliance.
Okay, may I have a seconder for that?
I will
Councillor
second that.
Power. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, aye, aye. Motion carried. Okay. Councillor Doucette, you have another motion, sir?
Yes, one more. I hereby resolve to issue a permit to construct a home at 11 McCarty's Lane, and they are in compliance.
They are in compliance. Okay, may I have a seconder?
I will second.
Councillor Power. Any further discussion? All in favor?
I just got a question.
Oh, sorry.
Let's go.
Is that house onto the waterfront?
It's on the corner.
On the corner, okay, thank you.
Okay, so all in favor? Okay, motion carried.
Need a break?
There we go. Next item up is new business. We have everyone's attention. Okay, the 2020 tax recovery plan and tax receivable summary documentation for the town of Kippens has been submitted to the Departmental Municipal Affairs as per the Community Sustainability Partnership Program. Now, do we need a motion for that?
No.
Okay, so that was just an announcement. Okay. In that case, we will be moving right along to our committee reports. We want to do recreation
She's
first?
gonna do the first part and then we'll do the second part.
Okay. From the guys,
Okay, for the culture and recreation report, I just want to announce that for the Communities in Bloom project, I applied in a online competition and we were selected to participate in the 2022 Miracle Grow Best Garden Selection Program for Scots Canada. And to participate in this, Scots Canada will be providing communities with 12 signs. And they will also be providing Miracle Grow products such as shake and feed and water soluble plant food to showcase the best garden selection for our community. So I would like to request any members of the community that would like to take part in this. I'd like to form a committee. And anybody who is interested in taking part, by all means, contact me. We'll put it on the Facebook Town of Kippens site after, all the details about it. But we're going to have a selection of gardens that'll receive each one of these signs and some of the products. And we're going to put, I guess, as a committee, we'll decide what is the criteria for winning in these little competitions. But we encourage everybody in Kippens to take part. And this year, the community garden color is red. If you want to color your entire garden in red, it's up to you, but you don't have to. But that's the color of 2022. And I think it's a great initiative. Anybody and everybody who gardens knows that it makes your soul feel better. And everybody needs that in light of this pandemic and all the suffering that's going on in the world right now. So I encourage everybody in Kippens to try to take part. And stay tuned to our website, Town of Kippens, for all the details.
thank you very much, Councilman Guy. Actually, I might even learn to grow a flower.
I'll buy you some seeds.
Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's wonderful, I think.
Yeah.
Very good.
Okay, so I'm gonna continue on with the rec committee report. So February started off with the committee planning Winterfest for the first week in March. Even though Winterfest was scaled back celebration from a normal year, I feel the hard work of our committee put off a wonderful celebration of winter and the hope of better things to come. Winterfest was a wonderful weekend, seeing all the children enjoying themselves. Thanks to Rosie and her volunteers organizing the weekend, I watched that Rosie and them run from one event to the next all weekend with enthusiasm, excitement, and laughter. These volunteers are the heart of making good things happen in Kippens. Thanks to the children for sending me their snow sculpture. Elliot Yetman reminded me with his winning sculpture how blessed we are here. His sculpture was Peace for the Ukraine sculpture. So, and he won first place. The children's laughter filled the field Saturday afternoon and continued to the pool and skating. And in the evening, Lucy's Bar kindly hosted a pool and dart tournament, which also filled with laughter, which led us into Sunday, which involved an afternoon of movies for the families, our senior card games, and also thank you, Regis, for organizing a senior dance, as you can guess with more laughter. Sunday night, we finished off with a family snowshoe walk. Thank you, Mr. Carroll, for grooming the trails, And of course, our fire department for showing wonderful community spirit. This is a wonderful town with many volunteers, and thank you for all that you do.
Thank you. I think it's a round of applause for that committee pulling that off the weekend.
And a
Hats
thank
off
you,
to them.
and a thank you to Councillor Power, who
Yeah.
dedicated herself the whole weekend to that. And I witnessed on the snowshoe run on Sunday night, Rosie's group, and how involved they were, and they still didn't show any sign of being tired. And they were just giving her that, and it was an awesome show. I mean, it was a beautiful evening, and there was lots of people, and it was really a good show.
Oh, good. Okay, next item up will be Councillor Doucette on infrastructure and maintenance. If you have a report. sir.
Yes, sir. Okay, there's only a few minor problems with the equipment reported this month. The minor issues reported were actually taken care of by the maintenance staff themselves. Once again, I commend them for an excellent job done with the snow clearing this winter. I also think that the new preventative maintenance plan that will be put in place this spring will even further reduce issues and breakdowns in the future. Another thing I would like to bring attention to one of our residents of Kippens, Gerald Carroll. For some time, he has taken it upon himself to keep our walking trail cleared and also the trail looking very presentable. He also uses his own equipment and his own gas in doing so. And I would like to bring it to council to make a recommendation to council that Gerald be somehow compensated, probably with a small gift card, like to show our appreciation. And, well, we can discuss it with council. But another thing, Julia was talking about all the volunteers in Kippens. I agree with her totally. But wouldn't it be nice if council took, rewarded them a little bit with a plaque, to say, a good job done? Recognition, some kind of recognition.
That is a good idea. We can certainly,
Maybe say volunteer week.
Yeah, we have a volunteer in the world, so maybe.
That shows appreciation. We can look
yeah,
at
there is a
that.
volunteer week that we.
Volunteer week be excellent, yeah.
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 And I think that happens every year, all
Yeah.
in the
Yeah.
cases. I think if we, probably, there are some volunteers in this town that could probably certainly be singled out
Definitely.
with an acknowledgement on our part of the good work that they do.
Especially when they're taking, to actually taking money out of their own pocket, to do these things, eh?
And like I say, you're giving us a prime example, Harold, right there. I think that we should act upon that. It's not my choice, but
Most definitely.
Yep,
I think it's
absolutely.
definitely something that the Wellness and Culture and Recreation Committee should be talking about and discussing how we can show appreciation to the volunteers
Mhm.
in
Yeah.
Kippens.
I think it's something that,
Yeah.
that we should discuss even further
Definitely put it on our agenda for
Yeah.
sure.
and get it put on our agenda to take care of.
Yeah,
Okay,
perfect.
there you go. Okay. The next item up, thank you, Harold.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
The next item up, I believe, is Fire Department,
Yes.
HR.
HR. Oh, did I miss that?
You did.
Oh, I missed it. Oh, you're important too.
Here's my.
Okay, Deputy Mayor.
So all of council and staff participated in the first session of the Town of Kippens Respectful Workplace Policy Training last Saturday morning. It was a 3-hour session. It was a good session by the HR company in St. John's called People Stuff, and it went very well. We have a second session that will be offered virtually. It's going over specifically our policy on harassment prevention, and staff and council will have an option of 2 times to participate in that. So we look forward to finishing that up. We also have People Stuff, who is the company who is involved in the recruitment of our town clerk manager. We hope to see a posting on that early April. And going forward, the HR Finance Committee Group will be meeting every second week to keep us on top of the finances and the HR issues, and until further notice, and in anticipation of our budget and our audit particularly. So there will be 3 dedicated council members, Michelle, Councillor McIsaac, Councillor Young, and myself, who will be attending on a regular basis, but all council are invited to attend at their convenience. And that's it for me. Thank you.
I apologize. I missed that HR job.
That's okay.
We'll
You're
put a
forgiven.
star by that
Yeah,
next
put a
month.
star.
She's very important.
She's very important. She's important to us.
I don't know.
There you go.
Excuse me, Mr. Mayor. Under infrastructure and maintenance, there's an occupational health and safety committee to be established. Was I supposed to bring that up, or?
That one, yes, I believe it's there. You had it there. You go right ahead.
Okay, I'm sorry, I didn't realize it was me supposed to do that. But yeah, we were talking, myself and John, about an occupational health and safety committee to be established with 2 councillors, a town manager, and 1 staff to meet quarterly. And I think it's an excellent idea. Occupational health and safety, as far as I'm concerned, is probably number 1 on the list. You can't afford accidents, and anything we can do to prevent them, you know, or some idea we could come up with, you know, it helps a great deal. I'm only too happy to be on that committee with John and the rest of the staff. So, and probably Mr. Mayor would be sit in down there. You don't have enough to do. You don't have enough to do, Mr. Mayor.
I'm Mr. now. You use the word Mr.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be
I
polite.
have no problem doing that.
Yeah. Okay, thank you.
Harold.
You have been volunteered.
I have been volunteered. No problem. Okay, next item.
Okay, so the last one is the fire department. First of all, I would like to remind the town and townspeople, if you have an emergency, to call 911. Calling the phone number at the station doesn't get you the quickest help. So try and remember to call 911 if you have a fire emergency. So February 15th, the annual general meeting with elections officers were held. The following is the election of officers. Deputy Chief is Justin Chin. Senior Captain Jody Morgan. Junior Captain Greg Ryan. Treasurer Blaine Perrier. Secretary Deidre Dunn. Members at large, which I'm not exactly sure what it is, but members at large are Bill Forsey and Gordon Bragg. Public Relations Officer is Jeff Party. And congratulations, people. March 8th monthly meeting, Fire Protection Vehicle Program application submitted by for rescue support vehicle was submitted by the town manager, and also he corrected the OHS deficiencies that have been posted at the fire department. The fire department joined the rec committee on March 6th with help with cooking and serving hot dogs and hot chocolate for our family snowshoe night during the Winter Fest. It was wonderful to see so many firefighters show up and donate their time. There was no emergency reports in the month of February. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilor Power. I do.
It was there, but you didn't say it as a motion.
What is that?
But you didn't.
Oh,
write
okay.
it.
Okay, you want to just go back and highlight on it, just so that we got it?
So
in
you
full?
read the number of it, yeah.
Okay,
Not the number
Motion.
sign after, just the motion.
Okay,
yeah, just read the motion. Give it to me there now, which one?
this one.
That one there?
Yep.
Okay, yeah. That would be your part right there, huh?
Can I read it?
Yep, so we'll go back and redo that. So I'd like to call for, just to redo a motion here to make things correct.
Be it hereby resolved to accept the bid by SJ Works Inc. for the sum of $2,000 for the website development tender call under motion 29/22.
Okay, can we have that seconder again, Councilor Power? And any further discussion? already been there, so all in favor, just to make it correct? Everybody's in favor, okay, motion carried. Pardon? I think we got everything. Okay, I'd just like to, while we're doing this, I think, have we covered everything that we need to cover?
Yes. Yes.
Just so that we got this, I was gonna bring this up after, but I think it's good to just bring it up now. On Saturday coming, there is a fundraiser for the Ukraine, okay? And that's rolling from Norman Stage's group. So I just wanted to bring up so that I'd like to see it put up on our town sign so that people in Kippens know that there is a fundraiser for Ukraine in going to happen in the town of Stephenville. And there's also, it's going to be at the, what is that club called? Clancy's Club there. And there's also going to be another fundraiser held at the Pentecostal Church. And I'm going to give this to our town manager so that he has this information to be able to put up on our town sign. Have you guys read this? I think everybody's seen the email. I'm not sure. Okay. But it was a wonderful meeting we had the other night. I sat in on this meeting over Zoom, and it's going to a wonderful cause. I think the object is what they're going to try and do is sponsor a family. If there's a Ukrainian family or so, put that money towards something like that coming if they come in.
That's fantastic.
Or whatever.
Very
So I think we should support the town of Stephenville if this happens in any way we can. Okay.
And you want me to hand this off to John?
John, you have that, don't you? Because you printed that for me? Okay. So he's, oh my God, I got long arms now. Okay, so I think the next thing that we are going to have to do here is okay, well, my next step is going to be, you need something you want to bring up?
Yeah, I just wanted to add to the culture and recreation. I forgot to mention, when I applied for that community gardens contest, the community project that I mentioned at the time, and it's still in development. I'm applying for the Climate Change Challenge Fund, and I'm still in the works of putting that together because there's a lot to that one. But the suggested project that I had in mind was to plant trees around Kippens that are relevant to the streets that are named after trees, and also to create a tree canopy over in the playground area. And I'm going to apply under the climate change challenge because trees, as we know, are a great way to combat climate change. And another part of that project was also going to be to implement vegetative buffers along the coastline throughout Kippens in the areas where there's increasing erosion and cliff damage. So we'll be getting permission of the landowners, obviously, that are affected by those erosion problems. But you'll be hearing more about that down the road when I send in the application. Hopefully we get approved. And we'll have trees everywhere. More trees.
More trees.
Good job.
We'll have to put them under protection from nobody allowed to cut trees for
Yeah.
a long time or something. Okay, so anything else that any of us, Councillor Young, anything you'd like to inform the town of while we're at this, or?
No, the only thing, we did receive a grant in the amount of $2,000 for community cleanup, which will be held in June.
Awesome.
Awesome, thank you.
Nice.
Good job, Jim.
And Councillor Doucette, is there anything you'd like to add before we close her down?
No, sir, I do not.
Okay, I would like to have someone make a motion for adjournment.
I'll make the motion.
Oh, Councillor McIsaac beat you to it.
She raced me.
Give me a second.
Seconded by Councillor Young, all in favor that we're done. I don't think we need to do it this way, but that's good. Thank you,
Jeff?
gentlemen.
Jeff and Harold, stay on for a minute.
No.
Okay, just give me 1 second.
Okay.